We are live. I'm trying to catch some good lighting, y'all. So today I'm gonna be talking about, they'll never tell you this, but they see you winning. And I'm Coach Shawnee, by the way. I'm a certified relationship coach, but I'm all things spiritual. So whatever you need as far as spiritual counsel, I got you. Even readings. Click the link in the description below for my Stan.Store to book with me, or you can email me. My Hi Hello digital business card is listed as well. We're gonna jump right into this message. I'm not waiting on anybody to come into the live. I'll start chatting with them right after. But this message was on my heart. The something's on my glasses. Let's do this without the glasses because I'm not trying to read no comments right now. But this was on my heart so heavy, y'all, because it's truly part of my story. They'll never say this. They'll always say that. And that's, I wanted to say it that way. They'll never say this. They'll always say that. Let's see how much light we can get out this ring light before it goes all the way out on us. I call myself sitting in front of the window, catch some natural light. But hi, y'all. I'm about to do a message and then I'm gonna get back with y'all in the comments. Okay. So I'm gonna scroll back through the comments, but right now I gotta get this out. Okay. So they'll never say this, they'll always say that. So people will see that you winning. They'll see your energy coming and they'll feel it. And that's how you know you're a spiritual being, having a human experience. That's what we teach on this channel. Alignment with your higher self. Focus on that primary relationship first, right? And then you can have other relationships. You'll attract good ones into your life. And so people will never tell you this, y'all. They will always say something the opposite of what the truth is to you, to try to dim your light and lower your energy so that you're a target they can step on. You too big. The energy's too bright. And so what you'll hear in corporate America is, you know what, that's really hard. Are you sure you want to do that? Have you second guessing yourself? Let me help you with your project. Like you need my help, like you're incompetent. They'll come and talk to you like a child. The whole time spirit will be looking at you saying, watch this, watch this, watch this. And you look at them and you smile and you nod and you see right through their whole scheme. But you want to see how far they'll go and what their devices are and what they're really after, so you can be aware of the snake you dealing with. The whole time spirit tell you be quiet and smile and nod. So oftentimes snakes at corporate will come to you like, oh, let me help you. The whole time behind your back they'll be setting you up. The whole time behind your back they will be setting you up. Okay. That's corporate snakes. And I've had my share of that for 16 years, right? And then when I moved into the multi-level marketing entrepreneur space, I ran into a different kind of snake. It moved a different way. Well, it's the wild, wild west when you're in business. Nobody has to follow any corporate policies. However, there are some state laws and legislations, okay? And people didn't care. They would break those laws anyway. And they'll see you as talent and they'll butter you up in the beginning, be like, hey, everybody, here's so and so. They want your energy. They don't want you to shine, though. They want your light. They don't want it to shine. They want the light. They need everybody to see them shining. Okay? They want your light. They recognize every good thing about you, so you never have to try to put on and people please and do all the things. They're going to look at you like, They'll tell you everything you want to hear. They'll always say the things you want to hear. They're never going to tell you what they're thinking. They're going to show you what they're thinking. And you got to believe it when you see it, because it's going to be contradictory to their words. And so you got to believe what you see over what you hear when you're dealing with an entrepreneurial snake in a space that's considered like every man for himself, right? And that's what I dealt with in MLMs. So they'll say one thing, and baby, they be plotting on you in them back rooms, a whole different ball game at a different level, because the ones at the top will sit in the room and find ways to psychologically control everybody and keep their energy there in the office 24/7 and make them feel like they won't make it in life without that business or that commitment to that business, right? Without giving you everything. Whole time they supposed to be helping you get promoted, and they'll say things like, Yeah, you know what your goal is, right? We gotta get you there. We gotta get you to your goal. We got everything you doing is to get you to your goal. The whole time they're only doing it to get to their goal, and they will find ways to not get you to your goal and still get to theirs. They will find a way to have you working hard and still don't meet your goal, but they just met theirs off of your work. So you got to be careful in multi-level marketing. I've been with multiple companies, and they can do what they want when they want to do it, and you won't make it to their next level, and you won't even get your money. I know. And so, and I'm talking thousands of dollars. And you'll think the higher ups will be like, oh, we got to fix it. No, they don't care. They just want you out their face, and they want this matter swept under the rug so nobody puts a stain on their office. So they'll tell you, I want you to win, but they'll never tell you, you ain't winning ish. This gonna be about me. I got you to make me look good. People will never tell you they are plotting against you behind your back, baby. It's always gonna come to you in the guise of friendship, help. Um, it's gonna be a deceptive help that you can't quite put your finger on something that don't feel good about it. How's this person helping me and it don't feel right? Or I'm not making it. It's nothing's working out. I'm doing things the way they said it and nothing's working for me. And then when it don't work out, oh, you didn't call enough people. Or you really committed about your business. Or you really that, So you got to be careful when you working with people that really don't want to help you, but the lie that they tell you is just that they want to help you. So they'll always say this, but they'll never tell you that. They always say they're here for your best interest, but they will never tell you it's really only for their best interest, honey. And they see a light in you. They see a light in you. Those are two experiences I had, and I'll give you a third one. You can go to friends or family, and they say they're going to help you, and baby, you never see the help come. You still struggling. You struggle the whole time. You just never see where the help is. I'm waiting what day the help gonna start. You know what I'm saying? And they'll talk about you bad. They'll drain your energy. They'll have you there doing whatever they need you to do and throw you away. They'll throw you away. And you say friends and family. That shouldn't happen in those situations. You understand the snakes at corporate. You understand the snakes in the multi-level marketing. But you don't understand the snakes at home. Like, where did this come from? It's all real. I've lived it. I wouldn't tell you a lie. Okay? So, I'm telling you all just to say this. And I ain't worried about no comments. Ain't nobody like this live. I'm saying all of this to say, beware. Because they'll never tell you what their agenda is. They'll only tell you that they're here to help yours. And you don't realize how your efforts are going to push that person to their next. And that's a very dangerous place to be, in the middle of a snake pit and not realize where you are. Being in a snake pit and not realizing where you are. So it's important that you stay in alignment with your higher self and listen to spirit the entire time, or you will get sucked up by that environment and chewed up and spit out with nothing to land on. It's all going to still be on you at the end of the day. No matter what happens in that environment, no matter what happens during that time, everything's going to point back to you. Your responsibility, your fault, your problem, yours to deal with at the end of the day. It's all going to fall back on, what am I going to do now? I went through a situation that drained me. It was deceptive in its practice. How do I recognize these types of situations and not get myself into them again? So I'm going to give you 3 things to help you identify. Thank you for liking the live. I'm going to give you 3 things to help you identify. And I'm going to go back through y'all comments in just a moment. But I got to get this message out. And then we'll discuss it. 3 things to help you identify these snakes. When you go into a situation that's not mutually beneficial, it's only beneficial to them, and they're going to make you believe, you're going into a deceptive situation where your energy is going to be drained. Number 1, you may not know this in the beginning, but a person is either too eager or deceptive in the way that they're offering you help. And I say that too eager sounds like this. Hey, yeah, yeah, I got you, I got you. Don't even know the situation. They just want to hurry up and get you. Like, wait a minute, you don't even know all the details. You don't know what, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Like, I don't even know if this is, like, this is a little too fast for me. Like, hit the brakes. The other part of it is deceptive, is like, well, I could, but it's like a reverse psychology thing to kind of trap you into a commitment. Like, hey, I really need this. Like, well, I could, but, and they trying to see how far you're going to give first. So watch for pitfalls like that. If a person don't just come to you flat out, so those are two ways you can tell: overly eager or just kind of deceptive and cunning and getting you to stretch when you're already in a dire situation. Like, that ain't right. Something ain't right. And the other one is like, what do you want? Why are you so eager? Like, where did this come from? Like, you don't even know. I'm like, you don't even know what you're walking into that you about to feel a need for them. So it could be at work, it could be in business, it could be with friends and family. Okay. When you go to people for help, these are the things that you got to watch out for: overeager and just too deceptive and trying to get you to commit to things under a dire situation. What you need to be looking for is a person that's going to hear you out, rationalize the situation, and work through it logically with you. So understand where your head at and understand what you need and see how they can help you. And then they'll be honest, I can't be all the magic for you right now. I got this going on, but I can connect you with so and so, and we can try to figure this out. Okay? When a person's too quick to grab hold to you, or they're trying to get you roped in at a commitment, so it's like, well, you the one said you was gonna do this, like rope you into something in a bad situation. That you gotta watch out for people who do you like that. The second thing is there's too much control. There's just way too much control. It's like we're all adults here, and all of a sudden, you can't do what you need to do to get yourself out of a bad situation or work through your problem. It has to be done their way. But the reality of the reality of the situation is, no, you only can do it this way. That's not help. Control is not help. Control is not help. Control is not help. So when you see a person saying you can only, that's not help. A person that really wants to help you is going to sit down and map out a plan. So if you say, I need help on my project, they send so and so over there to help you, and so try to overeager, like, nah, they trying to steal your project. So and so come over there like, well, I could help you if you agree to help me with 5 weeks worth of stuff later. That's entrapment on the front end. So entrapment is one of the opposite, the over eager, and then it's entrapment. Okay, so they come over there try to rope you into too much just to get a little bit of help. But you're looking for the person, like I said, that's gonna hear you out, see what you need, see what they know, and know that they're not all the magic. They gonna know how to connect the dots. They're gonna know how to connect the dots. And I'm finna get to y'all comments in a minute. They're gonna know, okay, I'm thinking through this situation logically. Here's how I can help you with your project. Or here's how I can help you with your personal problem. Or here's how I can help you meet your goal in business. People are going to come to you with a logical, rational, hear you out, be realistic about what they can offer you, but who they can connect you with, or ways to think about it differently, or ways to help you empower yourself to get out of it. They're not going to entrap you into needing them so they can control you. People that really want to help you do not want to control you. They just want to give you the tools and resources you need to go be great. Right? And the third thing is, after you finally done blame, the third thing is blame. Blame, blame, blame. Because after a person has like latched on to you when you needed help at work, in business, in your private life, and then they try to control the situation, and then the situation didn't go according to plan because, your higher self, your God, has showed you what you're supposed to do. But they're trying to control you, the narrative, and make you do it their way, and their way is not working because their way is going to benefit them the most. You doing things their way is going to benefit them the most. It's not going to benefit you getting out your situation. And that is confirmation, baby. Then there's the blame. The third thing for how to identify these situations. They're going to try to latch on too quick or entrap you into a situation where they know you need help from them. And then they're going to control all of your actions throughout. And at the end, they're going to blame you when it don't work out. They're going to blame you. Oh, get ready for the blame, baby. Because that's when all hell going to break loose. And y'all ain't going to be able to talk no more. You're going to get blamed for whatever situation they try to entrap, control, whatever, whatever, whatever. They wanted their hands in it so bad. It got to be this way, like this, no to this. You got to go that way. You got to do it like this. And at the end of the day, guess what? It was still your project, your need, and they're going to blame you. They're going to say, do it like this. And then when that don't work out, it's your fault. You're not trying hard enough. Do it like this. Well, I did what you said. It didn't work out. It's still your fault. You didn't try hard enough. They're never going to take accountability. They're never going to take accountability. So be careful who you go to for help. And recognize that everybody ain't helping you. They're helping themselves when you come to them. They're helping themselves to you. And whatever you can bring to the table when you come to them. They trying to figure out how you gonna make their situation better. Whole time you thinking, let me try and do my best to get this help from this person. Whole time you've been a sacrificial lamb. And I made a video about that. You've been a sacrificial lamb. So be careful going to people for help and you find out you ain't really getting help. You still, like, your wheels are still spinning. Like, when is it going to get better? I'm doing it your way. Said you helping. The whole time there was a hidden agenda. And so here's a bonus, number 4. So you can have 4 good pillars to land on. At the end of it all, when it don't work out and they blame you, then the veil, the curtain drops. It's like you can, all of a sudden, the curtain that hides everything that's going on backstage, it falls. And you sit down in the audience like, the whole time, you were an answered prayer that they ended up using you. It happens a lot in business. Somebody want to get their next promotion in business. They latch on to you in an MLM. Hey, I'm going to help you get here so I can get there. We going to work together as a team. The whole time they only worried about themselves. They going to sacrifice you. They going to focus on a couple. I was a single woman in business, getting to it by myself, getting to the bag by myself. And they focused on a couple that quit. And I was still there. So he started stealing from me. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to forever tell my story. Because people need to know this. And it's my story to tell. And so, and then they get mad at you for saying something about it. Why you say something? You stole $7,000 from me. I'll forever tell my story because people need to know what happened in multi-level marketing. They need to know the spirits, the greedy spirits behind people. They need to know it. People, and I ain't even famous yet. So imagine when I start telling this same story on the stage. Imagine when I tell this same story on the stage, it's going to hit different. So I'm going to say this. It ain't going to benefit nobody to speak up and say, quit saying that about me. Now everybody going to know it's you. So, you're going to see the whole time you thought they were helping you. They were only helping themselves. That's when the curtain falls. They're going to blame you. Well, it's your fault things didn't work out. I was like, but this was your plan. I followed you said you were helping me. I followed your plan. It didn't work out. Now you're saying it's my fault? Well, it should have worked. It didn't. Whole time, you in your head ignoring the way that God is telling you to go. Whole time, you know which way God told you to go. And you're just going to have to realize that, okay, this ain't the help I need. I got to listen to my higher self. I got to line up with my path or nothing's going to work out. Nothing they say, nothing I say, nothing anybody says. I got to go the way God told me to go or nothing's going to work out. And I'm going to stay in a hamster wheel listening to somebody who don't have a flipping clue about what I'm supposed to do with my life. Don't have control to even get you into the things that they tell you to go get into. It ain't like you pulling strings for me. You know what I'm saying? If somebody tell you go this way and do it this way and they can't get you in over there, it's like, what are you telling me to do? You setting me up for failure. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful when somebody tell you to go somewhere or do something and they ain't even sure of it. It's still going to be your fault when it don't work out. So I'm going to tell you this, in this season of life, be prepared. Be prepared for people to see your bright light shining. What they going to tell you is, I'm going to help you. What they going to tell you is, we got to do it my way. What they going to tell you is, you to blame if it don't work out. But they always going to say, I'm going to help you. And it ain't going to never be the help you think you finna get. And that's why I coach on trusting yourself, going within. So you'll never go without. You cannot rely on a person more than you rely on your higher self. You don't know what their motives are. You don't know what they want from you. You don't know what test that is that just came across your path. You cannot believe in someone else more than you believe in yourself. You cannot believe that somebody's going to save you. You have the power to save yourself. The thing in them that you think is going to save you is the same thing in you that's going to save you. Ain't nobody coming to save you. You can cross paths and get a little bit of help on the journey. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Your higher self is your savior. Just like they tell you it's Jesus, no, it's the Christ. It's the Christ consciousness up here, your conduit to your spirit, to your soul, to the creator, to the source. That is your savior. Your ability to connect and go within is going to save you. Ain't nobody else finna come save you. This is going to be your savior. The ideas, the intuition, the downloads. Okay? That's what's going to save you. Going to so-and-so ain't finna fucking save you. It ain't going to somebody else ain't never saved you. So remove Jesus and pick up the Christ and understand Christ consciousness is within you, and that's your conduit to your God, to your higher self, and that's how you're going to get saved. That's how you're going to get out this jam. That's where the information going to come from to say, go left, go right, don't turn down this street today. Turn on the light before you walk in. Don't trust this person. Watch how they fidgeting and looking down when they talking to you. They lying to you. Listen to how they just bust back out and say something to you after they ain't talked to you for a long time. They've been gossiping about you. And now their energy coming back weird and disturbed because they got to work through all of the betrayal within themselves about all the things they said about you. And now come to you in a different energy when they've been gossiping about you. Now they got to come back and talk to you nicely. And they trying to have this awkward moment with themselves to even fashion their energy to do that. Pay attention to people. They gonna tell on themselves every time. And spirit gonna tell you to sit there and smile and nod. Smile and nod. You don't have to confront everything. People get violent when they wrong. People get violent when they wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying? It is information for you to carry away from them and once you're away from them, put even more distance in between you and them. Okay? Once you get away from them, that is your opportunity to put even more distance between you and them. Now they no longer get information about you from you. They don't get information from you about you through other people that they may be connected to. So that whole circle is cut off. Don't nobody get to know nothing about you. Right? Not directly. They got to come fishing for information on the internet, right? And then the other thing is going to be, you don't pick up the phone to call them. You have a choice not to do that. When your spirit shows you a snake in your midst, that is such a blessing to have you not walking around here like a prey. Like you're not anybody's prey. You're not anybody's fool. You're not a sitting duck. And then if you ignore that wisdom and act like you don't see it, act like you don't know the people been gossiping about you, act like you don't know the person on your job trying to steal your project from you, act like you don't know the people you working with in a business trying to snake you, You don't do nothing with that wisdom, yeah, you deserve everything that's coming to you. You betraying yourself at that point. You gonna let a snake, spirit showed you, I showed you this snake. What you gonna do with this information? You don't put that distance there. You don't cover your butt legally. I can't do nothing for you. Ain't no going back to visit. Ain't no, hey, how you doing? Blocked. People will hit me up from Dallas. Y'all, I lived in Dallas for 3 years for my spiritual awakening. Why people who did me wrong in Dallas on the journey, the snakes I had to pass by and learn how those types of snakes move, will hit me up and be like, hey, it's been a while, baby. It's going to be a lifetime. Don't ever contact me again. I ain't got to be mean to you to stop talking to you, but once you show me you a snake and gossiped about me to somebody who a scammer and all y'all do is scam people for money and my purse wasn't expensive enough to sit with y'all. Y'all, that Pilates class where the girl said Pilates is for affluent women. And that guy made a spoof video talking about you can't come into his workout class. He's acting like the girl unless you got a at least $1,000 higher purse, right? And so this one girl came in there with that case face. He said, I'll allow it this time. He called security on one girl for coming up in there with a purse. I was so done. She tried to do me like that, y'all. And she thought she was like the brands like Michael Kors and Coach and Dooney and Burke is cute for her daughter in high school. But she gonna watch my video because she watch all my stuff. Everybody that did me dirty watch all my stuff. They study me. Um and I ain't never said nothing to them. So I don't even confront a lot of these people unless it was legal and it was money involved or something like that. I just cut them off. They get to hear the stories when, like the rest of y'all, right? They know it's about them, but you want to tell everybody it's about you? That's on you. Because I don't say nobody names, but she saw them purses cute for my daughter in high school. You sitting there with a scammer, somebody who steal people credit cards and stuff for a living. And I didn't never tell her, but that same girl that she used to talk about me to that came over there, I recognized that girl voice. I recognized that guy voice. Before I ever came to her house and before I ever met them, they had called me when I asked about a grant on somebody's Facebook post. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to let you talk to my wifey. That's a privilege. I don't never let nobody talk to my wifey, this, that, and the other. That's what kind of scams they run because they tried to scam me before I met them. And I recognized their voices when I was sitting at her table talking to them. He's like this, and she got like a New York accent. She's like, yeah, me and hubby, I just, I support him in whatever he do, and this, that, and any other. And the whole time she talks about me to old girl, and then she stopped them from coming over and told me that they scammers. And I was like, that is them. That was the couple that tried to scam me from a Facebook post. And this is who you gonna talk about me to. So y'all watch the circles of people y'all run in. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody, and people gonna bring people around you that show you. I never in a million years thought something like that would happen. I never thought I'd be sitting at somebody's house with a couple that tried to scam me on the internet. Baby, you can't act important in front of me. You a thief. And somebody who entertained thieves in their home and try to down me to a thief, like this girl ain't even, if you got a business and you making money and you trying to, a thief who scam and all that sitting at your house trying, and you thinking y'all neck and neck and we got this and we gonna do this, we gonna plan these trips. Baby, look, a thief and an insecure invalid can't make me feel bad on no day of my life. So now I'm gonna read y'all comments. We 28 minutes in. Y'all, that had to be said. Spirit was like, get that message up off your chest. Go on and say it. Go on and say it. So I'm gonna read y'all comments. Bear with me. Okay. Oh, hi, Jatendra. You didn't send me the request to go live with you the other morning. Thank you, UX. Um, Somalia Sankra, hi. I ain't got no moderators on here today. Time, what's up? Good. I'm dangerous. Going through blocking people as I read these comments too. And cleaning up my algorithm. Hi, Art K. Rap Ray. Hi, Sadie. Hi. Level up 2 times. Somalia. Hi. So yeah, that was the message, y'all. I hope y'all see my altar back there. I hope that somebody that needed to hear this about dealing with snakes and being in situations where you really thinking, oh, you hearing, oh, I want to help you, but that ain't what they doing. Y'all done been in too many situations in corporate and in business and with friends, so-called family, where they ain't helping you. Whole time you hanging around people that try to parade around you, they trying to copy your style. They just trying to get close to you and size you up. Ain't nothing you need from them. And so when you go through a phase in life where you're going through your journey of trying to figure out what's in you, you're going to come around people who trying to pull it away from you, who trying to steal your energy. And that's how you're going to see yourself. That's how you're going to finally realize who you are. Dang, everybody either copying me and putting the same thing down that they're copying, so I won't feel confident in that area, but then they're going to try to wear my energy like better than me. Like I can be you better than you. Watch out for people like that. Thank you so much, COG. Watch out for people who think they can be you better than you. These are the people that will try and offer you help. And the people who look to profit off your energy. Y'all have to be careful out here. This is not Earth and the other humans. It's not a safe place. Baby, no. This is not a safe place. And people ain't gonna never show you their hand. It'll get revealed in the end when it's time for you to learn your lesson and don't do that again and you're valuable and so-and-so is a low down dirty snake. Okay, you learned the lesson. All right, let's move on. Okay, so-and-so is only out for themselves. Okay, you learned the lesson. Let's move on. That's what it's gonna be. All right, and be careful for people who still don't know their value and you're around them. They're always going to placate to that other person. You can't trust them neither. You got to be around confident people. Needs to be around confident people or be alone. That's it. That's it. That's the lesson. I hope this resonates with somebody. I love y'all. Subscribe to the channel and be great on purpose.